Morning, students of 9th standards. In the previous video we have seen of geometry till question number 6th. Now today we'll see question number 7th. This is somewhat a theoretical part. So question I will read. Write the following statements in conditional form. So they have told in conditional form means we have to form it. So first question is, every rhombus is a square. So you have to write in if then form. For this, every rhombus is a square. How will write? If a quadrilateral is a rhombus, then it is a square. See, I am telling you orally, you have to write in your notebook the answers. Question I will read. Every rhombus is a square. So starting with if a quadrilateral is a rhombus, then it is a square. Second question is, angles in a linear pair are supplementary. Question is, angles in a linear pair are supplementary. How will form in if then form? Now see here, if two angles are in linear pair, then they are supplementary. Now problem is, angles in a linear pair means what? Means if they are linear, then their sum is 180 degree. That is supplementary. So in if then form, we are discussing about the two angles. If two angles are in a linear pair, then they are supplementary. Third one is, a triangle is a figure formed by three segments. Now how will write it? If any figure is a triangle, then it is formed by three segments. In that only fourth C, a number having only two divisors is called a prime number. How will write this? If a number has only two divisors, then it is a prime number. In this way, this is the conditional statement which we have given. Now question number 8 will see, write the converse of each of the following statements. Now write the converse of each of the following statements. We have to write in converse form. First is there, if the sum of the measures of angles in a figure is 180 degree, then the figure is a triangle. Now for the converse, you have to start with the second statement first and first statement at last. So how will write this? If a figure is a triangle, then the sum of the measures of its angles is 180 degree. See here, first information in this question was, in the question I am telling you, first it was about 180 degree and at last it was about the triangle. Now in converse, what we have done? First of all, we have written of the triangle, and then after then we have used 180 degree. Okay. So again one time I will repeat the answer. If a figure is a triangle, then the sum of the measures of its angles is 180 degree. Second one, see, if the sum of the measures of two angles is 90, then they are complement of each other. So how will write? The sum of the measures of complementary angles is 90 degree. In this way you can write. Third one, see, if the corresponding angles formed by a transversal of two lines are congruent, then the two lines are parallel. Now we have to discuss first of all about the parallel. The corresponding angles formed by the transversal of two parallel lines are congruent. Next is, if the sum of the digits of a number is divisible by 3, then the number is divisible by 3. How will write it? If a number is divisible by 3, then the sum of its digits is also divisible by 3. Now we will move towards question number 9th. Write the antecedent. Antecedent means given part, and consequent, that is the part to be proved in the following statement. If all sides of triangle are congruent, then its all angles are congruent. Now what is given to you? To you given part is, sides of the triangle are congruent here. Yes, no? So this is your given part, that is your antecedent. And what is to prove? All angles are congruent. So this is your consequent. In the same way, second one, the diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other. Now, what is given to you? It is a parallelogram, and what is to be proved? The diagonals bisect each other. So, antecedent is what? It is a parallelogram, and consequent is what? The diagonals bisect each other. Now, we'll move towards question number 10. In that, draw the labeled figure showing information in each of the following statements and write the antecedent and the consequent. First of all, two equilateral triangles are similar. First of all, we will draw the figure. Two equilateral triangles are similar. For this, I'll draw the figure PQR and STU. As they are equilateral triangles, so you have to show the sides in this way. Okay, you can similar to they have not told about congruent. Congruent means all sides will be equal, and actually all sides are equal, but they have told if congruent means these two sides will be equal, and similar means one small concept I'll tell you. The sun which we are seeing from far distance, it looks small from here, but if you go near the sun, it will look somewhat big, but the sun is the same. So this is the concept behind similarity or similar objects. Okay, now this over. So first of all, we'll after this we have drawn the figure. Now he has told to write the antecedent and consequent, means given part and to be proved. So given part is what in this triangle ABC and triangle PQR and triangle ESTU are equilateral triangles. This is given to you, and what to be proved is triangle PQR is similar to triangle ESTU. So this you have to prove. So remaining two questions are there. We will take tomorrow with the proper figure. So thank you very much. We'll stop here.